He changed the history of the club. These were the words of the former Manchester United chairman Martin Edwards when the question was asked about Eric Cantona's impact on Old Trafford. All that has gone on since the mercurial Frenchman swaggered into United in November 1992 can be traced back to one of the most audacious pieces of transfer business in the club's history. Picture this. It's the 1992-93 season and the Premier League is getting a fancy glow-up, but Fergie's crew can't seem to hit the back of the net. United look good, but they're missing that secret ingredient, like a pizza without cheese. Then a game-changing phone call happens. Leeds chairman Bill Fotherby dials up Edwards, hoping to snag Dennis Irwin from United, but Edwards isn't having any of that. Fergie, sitting right there, instead slides Edwards a sneaky note suggesting they should ask about bringing Cantona on board. And the rest? Pure Old Trafford magic.
When I spoke again to Bill, he agreed to the sale but said it would cost us £1.6 million. We were only prepared to pay £1 million, but Bill asked if we could say it was £1.6 million to appease the fans. I told him he could say what he liked. We got a great deal.
And just like that, United signed Eric Cantona. Cantona may not have been the best fit for Leeds, but when he landed at Manchester United, it was like finding the perfect puzzle piece. Ferguson reminisced. If there was ever a player who was destined to be part of Manchester United, it was Cantona. Cantona? Forget about it. You won't catch anyone belting that out around here, was the reaction from a pumped-up fan outside Old Trafford the day after Cantona dropped the ultimate bombshell by signing for United. But Cantona was different. He won everyone over. He waltzed in with supreme confidence, chest out, head high, and an attitude that screamed, "I'm Cantona. Are you ready for me?" Paul Ince, the self-proclaimed governor, mentioned how Cantona took the weight off the rest of the team's shoulders. And boy, did it show when United started the second half of the season on fire. In the last 26 matches, Manchester United cranked up the heat and doubled their goals per game, scoring 50 times in 18 wins and only losing twice. They were ready to leave a 26-year title drought in the dust and dive headfirst into a goal-scoring feast. Ferguson had been on the hunt for a goalscorer, but in Cantona, he found something even better. The Frenchman notched 9 goals in the latter half of the season, which might not scream Shearer levels, but he also dished out 11 assists. And thanks to the steal of the century, United scored a record-breaking haul. 13 Premier League titles, 3 domestic doubles, a treble, 2 Champions League trophies, and a treasure chest of silverware. Nah, the dude changed everything. Back in the day, Cantona was tearing it up with a local youth team near Marseille until the big leagues came knocking at just 15. AJ Exorcia spotted his talents and he quickly became a key player, showing off his skills from the 1983-84 season onwards, and by 1986-87, he was already making waves. He even got a taste of international action with the French under-21 squad that same season. Jeez. Then in 1988, Cantona took his talents to Olympique de Marseille, but his fiery side started causing some drama on the field, as he got benched from the national team for a year for dissing France's coach and ended up in hot water with Marseille after tossing his shirt at a ref during a charity match in 1989. Not digging Cantona's vibe, Marseille shipped him off on loan adventures to Bordeaux, Montpellier, where he rocked the house and snagged the 1990 French Cup. And this loan deal changed everything for him. After a quick stint in Nantes, he caught the eye of Sheffield Wednesday FC in England and got an invite for a trial. But guess what? He bailed on them real quick. Then in a twist of fate, he made headlines by signing with Leeds United in February 1992. And bam! He was like a firework, lighting up the field and helping Leeds snatch the English First Division title just 3 months later. Talk about making a quick impact. And just like that, he lit up the eyes of Sir Alex Ferguson. We all know what happened next. After Leeds got the boot from the European Cup, Cantona landed at Manchester United. And this was the start of something special. In 1993, he played a major role in clinching Manchester's first league title in 26 years, making him the first player to ever win the championship with different teams in back-to-back seasons. He then led the squad to another Premier League victory and an FA Cup triumph the next year. I guess these victories weren't enough for him. He was craving something more. A bit of drama perhaps, because during a January 1995 match against Crystal Palace FC, after getting sent off, he decided to leap into the stands and give a heckling fan a swift kung fu kick to the chest. What was that? This generational head loss had its repercussions as Cantona got slapped with an 8-month ban from the game and even faced a 2-week jail sentence, which got knocked down to 120 hours of community service. Phew. He got lucky there. But guess what? He made an epic comeback for the 1995-96 season with Manchester United and straight up bossed it, leading the team to both League and FA Cup wins in his first year back. And he wasn't done there. In 1997, he helped Manchester snatch their 4th league championship in just 5 years before calling it quits at the young age of 30. The Manchester United fans couldn't get enough of him and even voted him the club's player of the century in a 2001 poll. Now that's what you call leaving a mark. You see, Cantona's critics might raise an eyebrow at his European performance, but his numbers speak for themselves. A goal every other game over 6 seasons and an assist every 3 of his 185 appearances. That's nothing to scoff at. But his true magic wasn't just about the stats. It's about the moments United fans hold dear. The epic highs were jaw-dropping, and even the flops had flair. Remember those game-changing goals? The legendary volley against Newcastle that left Kevin Keegan stunned? Or the retreating shot from the edge of the box that secured the 1996 FA Cup final against Liverpool's Spice Boys? These were the moments that made him into who he is today. And let's not forget those dazzling strikes against Sunderland or that jaw-dropping lob in a windy match at Sheffield United. Cantona knew how to bring the party. Once Cantona hung up his football boots, he decided to try his hand at acting, strutting his stuff on both French and English movie sets. You might have caught him in Elizabeth, 1998, rubbing elbows with Kate Blanchett in that historical drama. And who could forget Looking for Eric, 2009? Cantona played himself, doling out some serious life lessons to a Manchester United fan in a bit of a surreal twist. Yep, Cantona's wisdom comes in the form of a hallucination, and if you're curious about his thoughts beyond the screen, you can always dig into his book, cleverly titled Cantona on Cantona. This guy's not just a football legend, he's a jack of all trades.